Okay, we're on, guys, so let's do it. Isn't this nice? Air conditioning? Feels so good. It's proper. It's proper. Okay, I have a question. Do you guys know why this triangle has tape on it? No. It has tape, so it's elevated, so when you draw with a pen, the ink doesn't run in between the straight edge and the paper, and you get this smudgy thing. So anyway, that's why that is. But anyway. Okay, so let's title this. Let me just go in a little bit here. Oh, you guys know about the turning? I told you guys about you could turn the Chromebook, right? Vertical? I did? Okay. No, you can go vertical. Like turn it and it'll turn. The thing will go. That you can turn that. Look, check this out. So you can go. So you can go like this, and you can go Control Shift, and then up at the top there's this turning arrow. Control Shift Turn arrow, and it says Rotate Screen. You go Continue, and you can rotate it like that. What do you mean? I had to do it on this one. What? Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, you don't have to do that. I don't care. I just think it's cool. But anyway, you guys don't have to do it. All right. So we're gonna go 2-point linear perspective. Okay. And then down here, you're gonna write your name. And you're going to turn this in on Canvas. When I write up the assignment, you get points for this. And once again, you're writing and drawing everything that I do, and then you get full points for this. Okay, and this is period 2, 9, what's the date? The 9th, 2022, right? All right, there we go. So what we're going to do is, let's just go like this. First thing we got to do is draw a horizon line. Now, when we start drawing things from life, or when you draw things from life, when I say draw from life every day, think about perspective. You don't have to put a horizon line down, but think about vanishing points and angles of things. Well, anyway, I'll have to just demonstrate and show you guys. But anyway, so for 2-point linear perspective, there's 2 points. So over here, put a small point. What is this? What is this line that we just drew? HL, horizon line. Yes, write that down. Horizon line. Okay, so there's your horizon line. That's what that is. That's your eye level. Once again, write that down. Eye level. Okay, that's what that is. Eye level. Okay. And then we're going to put a point right here. This is going to be VP1. And over here, this is going to be VP2. That's going to be VP1. And we got VP2 over there. So really small point. And what does VP stand for? Vanishing point. Yeah. So we're going to write down, let's just write this down over here. Let's write down at the bottom. VP equals vanishing point. Okay. And then once again, the concepts that we need to keep in mind are these. And number one, at the end of a line, a point is created. So remember that concept. That's really important. And then number two, where two lines cross, a point is created. Okay, so those are two really important concepts when you're dealing with perspective. Okay, all right, we're doing what we're doing today. All right, cool. So let's okay, Okay, I'm gonna try something new today, I think. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Start from vanishing point 1 and go like that. Does everybody have a pencil in here, a regular pencil? Yes, sir. Yep. Anybody have a regular pencil? Anybody not have a regular pencil in here? Everybody has a pencil? You can shade with? You need a pencil? Okay, well, you don't need one? Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to go like this. Draw your a vanishing line, right? That's a vanishing line or orthogonal line, so let's label that. So let's put an arrow like that. And we're going to go vanishing line. Or you can call it an orthogonal line. All right. So that gonna focus there. Maybe I put my thumb right there to focus. There we go. Okay, so that's what that line. That's what those lines are called. And then we'll do another one underneath that, like about like. Let me so you guys can see. Okay, about like this. So we'll go like that. Okay. And then let's go like this from vanishing point 2. We're going to go up here, like up, kind of closer to the horizon line. Not too close, though. Right there. And then we're going to go down a little bit lower. So once again, what I do is I put the pencil right there, and I press it down with the drawing tool, and then we press the straight edge down, and we go like that. So I'm purposely crossing all those lines. So we have now created the footprint. This is called, actually, this isn't the footprint. This is the top that I just created. Or I could make it a footprint, either one. But anyway, this is going to be the top of a box that we're going to create. So we've created 4 points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our 4 points. And now I'm going to kind of zoom in. Oh, no, I'm not going to zoom in that. All right, now. So what do we do with 1 point perspective first? This is what we did for 2 point perspective first. What do we do for 1 point?
We drew lines from the middle of the...
Yeah, from the horizon line. We drew lines from the middle, right? But even before that, we drew a rectangle. You guys remember that? So that's really limited. This is more freeing. It gives you more freedom. You can see more dimensions. So now what we got to do for this one is we are going to draw vertical lines from 1, from 2, from 3, from 4. But watch. First, we just pick one. So we could pick any of these. You could pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. You could draw a vertical line from it. So we're just going to start one. Let's just start with number 1 here. So we're going to go 1. We're going to draw a vertical line. Make sure it's vertical. How do you make sure it's vertical? Well, you line it up to your horizon line. See that? See, I'm lining that up to the horizon line. And we'll draw that. We'll just go like down, 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 down to about right there. Okay? So at the end of a line, a point is created. So right here, we have a point. So each point needs to go where? To vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2. Okay? So this point, it goes to vanishing point 1. See, there's a line going to vanishing point 1, and there's a line going to vanishing point 2. This point right here, there's a line going to vanishing point 1, and there's a line going to vanishing point 2. And this point right here is a line going to vanishing point 1, and there's a line going to vanishing point 2. And this point right here is a line going to vanishing point 1, and there's a line going to vanishing point 2. Now, check this out. This point and this point, what? They both go to vanishing point 1. This point, and they're grouped together. How are they grouped together? They're grouped together by this line right here, okay? These two points right here, they both go to vanishing point 1 also. And how are they grouped together? They're grouped together on this line, okay? All right, so I'm not going to overcomplicate things, or I hope I'm not. So now we have a new point here. What do? We go to vanishing point 1. Okay? And then we line this up to vanishing point 2. We go to vanishing point 2. Okay? Now, we're going to have all these lines going on, so you're going to have to keep track. Okay, now this one that we started with, we actually need to extend that. So let's go back to vanishing point 1. Back to vanishing point 1. And extend that down. We're going to extend that down to this point here. Way down here. Why? Because look, if we drop a line down vertically here, we want these to meet. You see that? We want these to meet right there. Okay, so we're going to go with 4 here. And we're going to line that up to the horizon line. Now, I'm going to drop that down, drop that down, drop that down, and stop right here. See, I'm stopping here. Why am I stopping here? I'm stopping here because that lines up to vanishing point 1. Okay? Now, I know this is like technical stuff that I want to. Perspective is super important in drawing realistically and painting realistically. It's the concept, it's the idea of perspective that I want you to grasp. Okay, not necessarily the technical drawing part. Okay, so then we go from here. This point is going to 1. So where does this point need to go? 2. So we're going to go to vantage point 2. Draw a line going to vantage point 2. Oh, and by the way, all these lines, I'm doing them lightly. Draw them light. I'm not pushing down hard with the pencil. I'm not pushing down hard with the pen. Draw them lightly, okay? Now, this kind of extreme perspective, you can see there's a lot of distortion right here. This box is getting distorted. All right, so 1, we've drawn a vertical line. 4, we've drawn a vertical line going down. 1 almost looks kind of crooked to me. I'm going to double check my work here. It's off a little bit, maybe. I guess okay. Okay, so 2, we need to drop that line down as well. Actually, we're going to drop down 3. So we're going to go like this. Look, we got 1. 1's going down to here. Then we got 4 is going down. And we're going to come up here, follow this line. We're going to go to 3. We're going to drop that down. Okay, so 3, we're going to drop that down. Line up that triangle. And if you look at me, like physically look over and look at me, you can see that I'm like making sure that this is, lined up. Don't just guess it's going to get all crooked and ugly and... All right. The funny thing is, I don't know. It's like, I draw technical, but I also draw loosely. So, all right, so we're going to drop this down as well, right? So we drop that down. We hit that line. Now, where do we need to go? From this point, it goes to vanishing point 2, so where do we need to go now? Vanishing point 1. So we're going to line that up to vanishing point 1. Okay, once again, we're drawing these lines lightly. And if we're lucky, then this point right here, you see, look at this. Put your finger on that point and put your pencil on that point. And they're gonna come together like this, come together like that. You see that? You watching? And then boom, that's where they connect. You guys watching that? And then they should line up to number 2, but mine's crooked. So somewhere, my thing's off. I think it's this one. This is just not right here. So I'm off. But anyway, I'm off a little bit. I'm going to just do that. I'm going to cheat. So you see my little cheating right here, where I just kind of straighten that up. But I got it right pretty much. Okay. So I'm going to walk around, see how you guys did. how it intersects in the same point, like just drop down. Yeah. Pull. And then this one, so this one needs to be oh, no, no, so this goes up. All of that's all the way down. So let's do this. Let's redraw this line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yours goes off. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Is it pixelated for you too? See? Zoom. It's weird. Did you refresh? You want to just look on with somebody else? You should look on with you? Is there things like, or if it's like, yours is clear, right? Oh, you're on the computer. Cool. You got this? Yeah, good. Okay, cool. So, some of you like check this out. I want to see if you guys. I'm gonna see if you guys can follow along here. Okay. So, some of you, this lines is there's a lot of distortion here. Why? Why is this distorted so much? Why is this meaning this is a really steep angle? Because it's far away from the horizon line. So when we get draw far away from the horizon line, you'll get distortion. Okay. It's like when you have the extreme like superhero pose in a comic book, that's extreme distortion. So, but anyway, for those of you I want to try something here. I want you guys to follow along. Okay, I think you guys will do fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to shorten this box. We're going to like chop this box in half. So what I want you guys to do is and I did it with, I forget her name over there, but. So start with vanishing point 1 and go like halfway here. And we're going to chop this box off here. So we're just going to go about halfway. And we're going to go like this. Okay, and just chop that in half about. Just estimate. Go, okay, that's about half, okay? So we're going to make a new point right there. And we're going to make a new point right here, okay? So now this point goes to vanishing point 1. Now this point we also want it to go to vanishing point 2. Okay, so we're going to go like this. And then, there we go. And we're going to go to vanishing point 2 over here. And when that happened, watch, this is what happened. Look. This went do, and there we go. There's a new point right there. Okay? And why is that point important? Because this hit the vertical wall of the box. Okay? And then from here, we're going to go to vanishing point 1. Am I going too fast? Raise your hand if I'm going too fast. Okay. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do this, and go ahead and do this. And you guys can reverse, right? You can like go back in time on the thing. When it's live, can you go back?
I need help. Oh, wait.
I think you tap it twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta pay attention. You guys are gonna get lost. So you can't be on your phones. Or you be like, look down. You look down for a second, and I'll have drawn like 3 different lines. So you got to make sure. Like I go pretty slow already. So you, but you gotta pay attention. I'm not saying you're on your phones. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, so first thing is we drew this line going across about halfway. We created this point. Recreated this point. Okay. From here, we drew a vanishing line going to vanishing point 2. We created a new point right here. Now we need to go like this. Okay, we're going to line this up to vanishing point 1. We're going to move over here to this line, right? And make a new point right there. Okay, and I line that up to vanishing point 1. Okay? So now we have a new point right here. Where do we need to go? Vanishing point 2. Okay, so we're going to line that up to vanishing point 2. And that's pretty close. I'm off a little bit. But so there's that. That pretty much lines up to that. So we've chopped that box in half. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I want to show you one of the most powerful things to make something look three-dimensional. I'm going to show you guys that right now. Okay, not my pods, so I'm not going to connect to this. Some of these pods are connecting to my thing. All right, so what I just taught you. Well, let's do this. You know what? Let's do this. I want to do one more thing, and then we'll move on. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We're going to draw a vertical line going across the horizon line. Let's do that right here. Okay, we're just going to go like that, across the horizon line. Need a power source. So at the end of a line, a point is created. So we have a point here and we have a point here. What do we got to do next? We got to plug in our phone so it doesn't die. And then is there extension thing here? Totally winging it here. Yes. Cool. I think we're good. All right, so here's a point right here. Where does it go? VP1. Where does this point go? VP1. Where does this point go? VP2. Where does this point go? VP2. Okay? So check it out. So this one right here, right? So the horizon line is the eye level. You see how this is going down and this is going up, and how this is going down and this is going up? In a real life situation, where do we see that? I was just looking around the room and this. So it might seem not that important, but look. So this copy machine right over here, this printer, here's my eye level above it so I can see down, right? If I go like this, if I drop my eye level, look at me physically over here. So if I go like this, so if I drop my eye level down, so my eye level is about right there, okay? Then, and I'm looking at that corner, that is this drawing that we just did right here. Because this is going down and that's going up and that's going down and that's going up. So if I'm sitting right here like this and I drop down like this, that is that view, okay? So this tabletop, right, that is this view that you guys just created. If we're at the corner of the table, right, looking down on the table, that is this view right here. So if you want to draw anything out of your imagination, there you go, okay? Okay, so what do we do next? What we do next is we're just going to start, they're going to randomly go, okay, from here we're going to draw a vertical line. This is the end of the box. Okay? And we created a point right there, and we created a point right there. So where do we need to go? Where does this point already go to? Vanishing point 1. Where does this point already go to? Vanishing point 1. So where does this point need to go? Vanishing point 2. And where does this point need to go? It needs to go to vanishing point 2. Okay, so this view, we're looking down on the box. This view, we're looking at the side of the box. Here we see 3 sides. Here we see 2 sides. And then there's one more view. And you can do this, if you want to play around with it, you can do this like 100, 10, 20, 30 times, and you'll master drawing a box in 2-point perspective. And why is that beneficial? Because you'll be able to draw anything in perspective, okay? anything that you want. I don't know what it is that you want to draw. You could do letters, you could do a person, you could draw an animal, you can car, a motorcycle, whatever. I don't know what it is you want to draw. You have to decide that. And then use the things that I'm teaching you and apply them to the things you want to draw. Okay, so we're going to start from here. We're going to go up vertically. You know, how do you draw a letter in perspective? I'll show you guys that. That'll be fun. Okay, so we just created a point here, created a point here. This point, it goes to where? Vanishing point 2. You see that? This point goes to where? It goes to vanishing point 2. So where are we going to go now? We're going to go to vanishing point 1. And right here, where are we going to go? We're going to go to vanishing point 1. Okay? Now check this out. This point and this point cross. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second because I'm going too fast. I can kind of gauge when I'm going too fast. Okay, so that hopefully got you guys all caught up. Okay, check this out. I want you to put your finger here and I want you to put your pencil here. And look this. Follow these to there. There's your new point right there. And then put your finger here and put your pencil here and follow these right to there. You see that? And they should be right above, right in line with each other. You see that? And then we're just going to draw that line lightly. If it's off a little bit, if it's a little crooked, then that's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? You got the concept. You got the idea. You're fine. You're good. We're all happy and fine and good and joyful. Okay. Now, there's this thing called a footprint, right? So here's your footprint, right, of the box. This is the footprint of the box. It's where it sits on the ground, okay? So, stop saying so. Your Chromebook has a footprint, a really thin footprint. The triangle has a footprint. Your phone has a footprint. The chair you're sitting in, look at the chair. Look down. See, it has how many legs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 legs. It has this pentagram footprint. The bag on the ground here, your backpack, it has a footprint. The space that it takes up. So it takes up space. So one of the first shadows that's created, I want to talk about light now really quick, okay? A shadow that's created there's a shadow called a contact shadow, okay? There's this thing called a contact shadow. It's a really it's this dark sliver of shadow where an object is sitting on a surface. So put your hand on the table. So just put your hand on the table here. So you put the hand on the table, right? You see where your hand is hitting the table? It's like kind of pressing against it. That's a contact shadow, that really dark area. Okay, so that is like, now let's slide over here. Check this out. Boom. We're going to make a contact shadow on this box right here. So we're just going to go like this, contact shadow. And we're just going to darken that. And we're going to darken this right here. Okay? And then we're going to darken this right here, this line right here. We're going to darken this line right there. Because this is a contact shadow. It's the darkest shadow. No lights getting underneath there. Okay, that object, unless it's a transparent object, but even then, that's a little bit different. And you might want to go back with the pencil and do that. Just darken that a little bit with your pencil or your ball. If you don't have a pencil, ballpoint pen's fine. Okay, because you can shade with a ballpoint pen. All right, so there's our contact shadow. Now, we're gonna pretend that light is coming from above here. So see that little arrow? Put a little circle here, put a little shining thing here. This is our little light source. So label that light source. So here's our light source coming from above, from the left, light source, okay? And we're going to say that this light source it's coming from above, and that typically light, look at in this room, light comes from above. Go outside, light comes from above. But light can also do what? It can reflect, it can bounce around. It's actually a particle, right? It's a teeny tiny particle. So, the top of this box, right? What are the three main values I taught you guys? Did I teach you guys those already? Here, this is what they are. 3, write this down, main values. Okay? They are dark, medium, and light. Okay? So those are our 3 main values. So what are we going to do with this box right here? We're going to shade this with dark, medium, and light values with an imaginary light source, okay? And this light source can move all around, and there's lots of apps and things you can get to like play around with that and see it in different views, and I don't know apps offhand. But anyway, graphite, if you have graphite, we're not going to be able to get really dark darks. Though we'll be able to get a dark value, but not super dark. But anyway, so I'm going to go closer here because we're going to just shade for a minute here. So this is going to be our light value right on top. This will be our medium value. And look how I'm holding the pencil. You can hold your pencil however you want, but I'm just showing you how I hold the pencil. I'll hold the pencil like this sometimes, but this is more for what? It's more for writing, okay? So, but you can draw like this, but you can also hold the pencil back here. You can also hold the pencil back here, okay? When you're drawing or when you're shading. So if you want dark values, where do you hold your pencil? Up here. If you want medium values, where are you more likely to hold your pencil? In the middle. If you want light values, where are you going to hold your pencil? At the very end, just holding it like this. Okay, you guys paying attention to that? All right, so that's how it works. Also, you can hold your pencil overhand like this. So if you go, just put your hand like this, and then put your pencil in it like that, and then turn it over, okay? Why would you hold your pencil like that? Well, so you can get the side here. You see that? Okay, so we can get a tone like that pretty easily. So we're going to go medium value here like this. So that side, there's our medium value, let's say. And all these lines should be light lines. They should not be dark. Like this line should not be dark. This line should not be dark. See when I shaded that line disappeared? That's how you show that something's realistic. You don't have an outline to it. If you have an outline on a drawing, it's cartoony. It looks like a cartoon. But if you want a realistic drawing, it needs to not have an outline, okay? It can have lines in some places, but not outline. Okay, so we're going to do a medium value right here, too. Check it out. We're going to go like this. You don't have to hold it like this, but you might want to just practice it because it's, I don't know, it's cool. It's easier to shade bigger areas. And I'm using my whole arm. See, I'm not doing this. I'm not moving my wrist. I'm moving my whole arm like this, up and down. So what's starting to happen? That thing's starting to have dimension right now. Okay, so if you even if you just stand up where you are and look down at it, it's starting to have dimension. Now, this is a light value. What about the background? What's going on there? The background is what value? Light, right? So we're going to change that. We want this to pop. How do you make something pop? What do we already have? What's the value of the paper? It's light. So we have to, in order to make something look three-dimensional, what do we have to add? Value. We have to add value to make something pop, okay? So back here, behind it, see I'm holding the pencil like this. We're going to make this a medium value also. And let's stop at the box there. And then we're going to come around over here. And we're going to like blend down. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. So we're going to go like this. And over here, the box right here, we're going to go like this. Now look, see where I'm shading? I'm shading towards the vanishing point. I'm shading towards that vanishing point. Okay. And what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna like go and kind of blend that down, soften that down. We're gonna blend that down like that. Okay, so what's starting to happen now? See it starting to pop? We're giving this dimension. Now the key is, once again, no outlining. Like the contact shadow here was a line, but it wasn't, it's just here and here, but we're not outlining the whole thing. And these internal lines, see, these are internal lines. These should always be light. If you have any internal lines of your object, so look, this is the external lines. This is the shape of your object, whatever your object is. It could be a triangle, it could be a pyramid, it could be a cylinder, it could, not triangle, I should say. It could be an arm, it could be a face, it could be a nose. Okay, you have this, it could be a bunch of flowers, it could be a monster, it could be lettering, but you have this external shape, okay? And that should have light lines, no dark lines. And this internal line should be super, super light, okay? So, if these are really dark right now, then, and if you have a pencil, just take your eraser and just gently erase. If your outlining is dark, gently erase those, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do now is we have 3 main values. So I'm jumping into values here with you guys. And anyway, dark, medium, and light. What don't we have? We don't have dark. We have light, we have medium, but we don't have dark. So let's make this dark. Now, this side right here, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do this. We're gonna do some blending, okay? And you might not know how to blend, but basically, blending, you do this. Let's go right here, and let's have you guys push down hard, and I'll push down hard, medium to soft. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back here and hold the pencil back here, and I'm gonna push down hard, go back to here, go push down hard, medium to soft. Okay, and then I'm gonna move my fingers up a little bit, push down hard, medium to soft. Okay, so it's the placement of the pencil which helps, but also the the pressure you give with your arm. Okay, and so I would encourage you to just practice shading at home. Just push down hard, medium to soft. And then go this way, hard, medium to soft. And then go vertical, hard, medium to soft. And go down, hard, medium to soft. And go to the right, diagonally, hard, medium to soft pressure. And go this way, hard, medium to soft pressure. Okay? Hard, medium to soft pressure. And then, and every angle I'm doing that, creating this thing. So let's talk about edges really quick. Okay? I'm teaching you guys a lot of stuff today, but it's all good. Okay, push down hard, medium to soft. Hard, medium to soft. See all these different angles? I'm moving outward, like at a bunch of different angles, right? I'm blending outward, and like the rays, like the sun rays, rays of the sun, okay? And a hard, medium to soft. And I'm just moving back and forth with the zigzag, so it's like a zigzag pattern like that, okay? And what you could do at the very end, right? Let's say, so this is a soft edge. This right here is a soft edge. How do you make that edge even softer? You can take your finger like this, and you can go like this, start from the center, and push down, not super hard. And you can go like that. And you can make that edge nice and soft. Like that. And I'm not pushing down super hard. I'm pushing down kind of firm, but not really hard. Okay. Blending out like that. Blend down like that. Okay. And you can get a soft edge. So this is a soft edge. Okay? So that's a soft edge. Write that down. What might this edge be called right there? What's the opposite of soft? Hard. This is a hard edge. Okay, so that's a hard edge. This is a soft edge. This is a soft edge too. Okay, or quote blending. All right. There's also an edge. It's called a firm edge. So it's in between soft and hard. You have a firm edge. So we could go like this and blend to the right, right? And you guys are doing what I'm doing. So once again, you do everything that I do, you get all the points for this. You don't do everything that I do, you don't get the points. Unless I say, oh, you don't have to do this, okay? So we're blending that way. Now look here. To get a firm edge, I'm just going to soften this just a little bit right here. Just a little bit, okay? So now that edge, it's not hard. This is a firm edge. Okay? There's hard, firm, soft, and there's even lost edges. A lost edge is, we'll bring that up. I'll show you what a lost edge is. But it's like a lost edge will be where the background value and the object, which is the box in this case. And what could the object be in a drawing or a painting? An object could be a person. It could be a portrait. It could be an arm. It could be hands. It could be a character. It could be a dog, a cat. It could be, your object could be whatever, a wrench. And then you have a background, right? Usually, because we're talking about realistic art. But anyway. So those are your edges. Hard, firm, soft, lost. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, and I did this whole blending thing because what we're going to do is we're going to blend this. So we're going to get a hard edge here. You ready? Here we go. And we're going to push down hard, medium, to soft. Okay? So we're going to go dark to medium. This is a blend here. We're blending this part right here, going back. Now check this out. And the top here, okay, the top here, we're going to push down hard, medium, and look how I'm starting to move diagonally. Hard, medium to soft. And right here, I'm going to start at this corner, push down hard, medium to softer, okay? I'm gonna get my pencil, my eraser. I'm gonna gently clean that up. Now, the same, like an eraser is a drawing tool as well. Do you guys know that? Okay, who's done this before? Raise your hand. You've done this before? You've done this before? Where'd you do it at? Who's your teacher? In middle school?
Yeah, for fun.
Okay, cool. Who else did this? Who else is familiar with this? What school?
Marine View, Mr. Straw.
Okay, cool. That's good that they're teaching this stuff. Okay, so this is like review for some of you guys, a couple of you guys. All right, so this is our box sitting in an atmosphere, okay? And let's do this too now. So we're going to get our eraser. I was saying the eraser is like a drawing tool as well. The eraser, you can push down hard, medium, soft as well. You can push down hard or medium or soft, okay? The eraser you can carve out, okay? It's not just like, oh, I made a mistake, I'm gonna get rid of it. It's also for drawing and carving out things. Okay, so this top surface here, let's just get our eraser and gently get rid of this. So we're gonna gently get rid of all that top stuff on the top here. Okay, and then this dot right here, I have to dig into that a little bit because I pushed down kind of hard. I have to dig in there. Dig in means I have to push down a little bit harder or harder. Okay. So that, my friends, is how you make things look dimensional. Boom. Okay? And now you have to apply that to something else, right? So, which we will do. All right. let's go to this box right here. So this box, the light is coming down. It's hitting the top. Can we see the top in this view? No. So we're going to shade this side. Let's do the same thing. This is going to be a medium side. This is going to be a dark side. So what we do is we shade this whole thing. And I'll show you guys how to do a cast shadow also in a minute here. I'm kind of think like, okay, so we... Yeah, okay. So we're going to shade this. Shade all that, shade all that, shade all that, shade all that, shade all that. Now, I want to jump back down here really quick. Make sure that this area is lighter than this area. Okay? Make sure this isn't all the same. Okay? Hopefully you did what I did here is I purposely made this darker and I made this lighter over here. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so same thing. Now, let's make this darker. Let's just push down hard here. And let's blend to the right. There we go. And then let's start at the top here. Push down hard. And we'll blend down. All right, and we'll just like gently clean up my stuff here. All right. Okay, and I want to show you guys something else too. Let's do this. Let's do this. I got to make some room up here for another box, but okay, so let's do this. Let's just go up here. And then let's just go down like that. So let's make a mountain, okay? So we're going to say, okay, that's our mountain, all right? It's just a triangle. Mountains are basically triangles, right? And then here's the tip of your mountain, right? And that kind of comes down usually like an angle like this. Okay, so that usually comes down at an angle like this, right? So here's our light source right here. It's shining down on that. So that's going to be light, right? And then so this will be our medium side. So when you're doing you can apply this to a mountains as well. They have a light side, dark side. What about the sky? What value is the sky typically? What color is the sky? Blue. All right. Let's think about blue. Is blue light, medium, or dark? It's light. Yeah, it's light. Does it have any shade? Yeah. And also then I was just thinking too, well, that depends on what time of day it is too, because it could be like, we could have light blue, medium blue, or dark blue, depending on the type of day. But check this out. If we go outside, right, you go outside, you look straight up, the sky is darker blue looking straight up than it is if you're looking down towards the mountains, and I'll explain that later. But anyway, so if you're doing like a landscape, right, there you go. And we can do another mountain. Let's do another mountain right here. We'll just go like this, and we'll go like that, and then we'll go like that, right? Again, let's just do like another mountain. Let's just go like this, angle like that, angle like that. And I'm really simplifying these things. There's more detail to that, but basically, that's your value structure of the mountain, okay? All right. Let's do this. Let's label this stuff. Now, one thing that I do want to do is this. Get your pencil like this, hold it from the back, and we're going to put a little bit of value back here in the back and move forward very, 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 very light and blend forward super lightly, okay? I'm barely touching the surface of the paper. Okay, so we have a little bit of value here, none right here, no value right here. And then I'm going to tell you why. And then the background, we're going to darken that just a little bit more. We're going to give that a little bit more punch. And look where I'm holding the pencil. I'm holding it back here, and I'm going shading back and forth like this, okay? So I'm shading back and forth like this. We're making this a little bit darker than the object itself. Okay, we're going to blend up like this. I'm going to blend that up. Okay. I'm debating on where I want to go next on this. I think I kind of have an idea where I want to go on this, but maybe we'll do that next time. Okay. Let's label this. This is called, we're going to put an arrow there, and then we're going to go contact shadow. So whatever it is that you want to draw, whatever it is you want to paint, whatever it is you want to create, this goes to all this stuff. It goes through realism, through cartoons, and surrealism, and abstract, and it can be applied to anything. I don't know where guys are gonna go, but this right here, this is halftone. This is halftone. Okay, that's called. Oh, you can't see. There you go. That's halftone. Or I just put a half, but I mean, I don't. Maybe I should go halftone. Okay. Up here, you have a little bit of value. That's also halftone. Okay. Right here, the lightest part of an object. Okay, the lightest part of an object. And in this case, on a box, you can find it on a box. The lightest part of an object is called what? Highlight. So this is the highlight. Okay, and then this part right here, this is the darkest side, right? And this is the darkest part along the edge of a box, okay? The darkest part of a shadow. So highlight, and this is, and I'm looking where to put this. We'll go an arrow going from there and an arrow going from there, okay? 2 arrows. This is the core shadow. Don't forget this stuff. We're going to be using it very, very soon, okay? This is your core shadow. Core shadow, and I'm going to zoom in here. And because I want to describe it, core shadow is the darkest part of a shadow. And a core shadow doesn't have to be black, okay? A core shadow it's just the darkest part of a shadow. Because a shadow, the darkest part of a shadow on something that's light will be lighter. The darkest part of a shadow on something that's dark will be darker. Okay, and it depends on like what the material is made of. Okay, then highlight is the lightest. Let's see if this is in screen here. There we go. Lightest part of an object. Okay, and so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wait about 5 minutes or so, and I'm going to let you guys catch up, and I'm going to walk around and see how you guys did, because I just gave you a bunch of information that I wasn't really planning on giving you, but I gave it to you anyway because I think you guys can handle it. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to catch up. I'm going to walk around the room and see how you guys are doing, okay? So go ahead and do that. Oh, did I ask you guys for syllabus lab fee? Yeah, I did. Right? Yeah. I put it in your face and like all this stuff. Okay. Let me do something here. And I want to do something. All right, let's see how you guys do. I'm going to put that right there. This fine in that one. And then write down all those words that I have on there too. Make sure you do that. That's important. Cool. Let's see what eraser. So we want to do this. When I erase with these, it like goes back inside. So I'll hold it like that. Really cool pencil. White down the part right there. Make sure you have a highlight there. You make that a little bit better. Cool.
It should be in the locker, like the gym locker.
So what I'm doing is I'm walking around looking for
So
things.
right behind it, like where, no, where the, you're right, the basketball courts. Yeah. Not like the gym, the basketball courts, and then like the locker room, the entrance.
Kind of have to.
Like if you're going
It
from
should, of course, have to be one.
the courts to the locker room, it'll be the first door to your left. On the outside of it. There should be a door on your left right before the gym. And if not, if there's a door in the locker room, that's the lead to that.
No.
So, this is the view that's like that, or you want this one. So when you're looking at it, you say you're looking at that. This might be better. We're looking at. Wait, so Alright, this is the triangles there. Awesome. We'll continue this. We will continue this and I'll check your stuff at a later date. Okay. So I'm gonna stop this. And boom.